everyone. Time to kick off the weekend with the NBA on 2K Sports. Brian Anderson here, joined by the Hall of Famer Grant Hill and Coach Stan Van Gundy. We'll hear from Allie LaForce as well. Now here's Hardaway. Grant, we've got quite a game in store for us tonight. Two of the top teams in the Eastern Conference.
Well, you know what they say, B.A. To be the best, gotta beat the best. I'm sure that's what both teams are thinking, so I expect them to be highly motivated.
Mobley. And Mobley throws it down.
Easy does it. Mobley is such a fluid athlete for his size. Throws it down emphatically.
He's got serious hops, right? You add that to his ability to penetrate, that's 2 easy points. Here we go, one-on-one. Here's Kuzma. And it's Kuzma finishing it off.
I love how aggressive Kuzma is in transition. Terrific at finding ways to execute.
Mobley on a screen. And Mobley throws it down.
And slammed that thing through.
A nasty two-hander. Outside Hardaway. Outside Durant. Launches it. And that one makes him 2 for 2. He's in his rhythm.
Yeah, smooth and focused. KD is so polished, so prolific.
Stan, when you talk about Giannis Antetokounmpo, would you say he's one of the most unguardable players ever?
Well, B.A. certainly got to be in the conversation. Besides maybe Wemby, we haven't seen anyone like Giannis when it comes to length and those long strides especially. Plus, he has that strength, too.
Just their first miss of the night. They've been aggressive, and they've been proficient.
Oh, stolen by Turner. Now Milwaukee moving it up. Jacks up a 3. That doesn't go either for Durant. Ooh, Durant with a steal. It's stolen. Pass to Harden. Cleveland working the ball around now. Gosh, no good.
That's going up against a defense that knows your tendencies.
Here's Durant. That won't fall. He's just 2 of 5 in this one. Cavaliers trail by 5. Fast break. Here we go.
And look at the mobility there from Mobley. Excellent at executing in the open floor.
Here's Hardaway. Hey, how's that for an answer? Right back with the dunk.
Nice one-handed jam. Simple and effective, B.A.
Hey, with the lead, I'm surprised he didn't come up with something a little more creative. Now here's Mobley. He has 6. Nope, that one misses. Now 3 for 5. And the foul called on Evan Mobley. That's his first foul of the game. And first quarter, we're about 3.5 minutes in. Here's Durant. And it's Kuzma finishing it off.
We all know about Durant's ability as a scorer, but he is so unselfish, and he always makes the right play in pick and rolls.
Here's Flag. Still no points. And Turner with the block. Here's Durant. A rebound by Bosch.
Another miss. He is struggling for the quarter.
Back to Harden. Out to Mobley. No good with a layup. Deflects the pass. Here's Bosch. Uses the glass to finish the layup.
Well, he's so potent offensively. It's easy to draw up plays for him.
And a bit of a battle for the ball. And the officials signal a jump ball here. Outside Eason. Pass to Harden. To the paint. Mobley, no good. The Bucks leading by 5. 1 second separating the shot clock and the game clock. Durant's shot is off.
Well, despite his lack of efficiency, the team has put together a good offensive effort tonight.
On the wing, Harden. 1 second left. And Harden with the slam.
All he needed was a little separation. So effective.
Or cleared the path, put him in position for a prime-time dunk.
Well, give credit to the screener there. That's how you help free up your teammates.
And close game underway so far. We'll see if either of these teams can jump out ahead in this second quarter. And when you consider how the Bucks are doing, guys, your thoughts?
Well, I'm really loving their activity. I mean, they're contesting shots. They've really set a strong tone early.
Yeah, well, the best way to get in the head of your opponent is through aggressive defense.
Time now to hear from our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Thanks a lot, guys. The Cavaliers have twin towers with Jared Allen and Evan Mobley. Allen said when Evan was first drafted, there were a lot of questions on whether two big men could work together in the modern NBA. At this point, I think we've proved to everybody they're wrong. It's all working out, and every single year it gets better. Back to you, Brian.
Okay, thanks for the report, Allie.
Once he gets to the rim, it's fairly automatic.
Nothing fancy right there. Just takes his 2 points, moves on. Here's Jang. Here in the second quarter, a little over a minute to play. He takes it in. It's Middleton on the wing. Just 5 to shoot. Milwaukee needs to get a shot off here. Jang's shot is off. Cavaliers trip by 3. Pass to Easton. Lays it up and banks it in.
That's 10 straight points they've given up in the painted area, huh?
Well, Grant, you look at James Harden's capacity to generate offense. He is still at an elite level.
Yeah, a virtuoso with the rock. Even as he slows down, his ability to change pace keeps defenders off balance and creates for himself and others. It's just a thing tomorrow play.
And so now a timeout called by Kenny Atkinson. We might see him looking to make some tweaks to the strategy. Schroeder with it. Pass to Strus. To the middle. And so now a timeout called by Kenny Atkinson. He's going to take a moment to give him a breather and talk things over. Clock at 4. Puts it up from the high post. The rebound by Sims. Milwaukee in the lead. Jang gets the bucket. Jang's got his first 2 points of the night.
Credit their discipline. They've been working for high percentage shots.
Pass to Strus. Back to Harden. Cleveland working the ball around now. Here's Ellis. Count it. 1 for 1 to start the game.
And talk about imposing your will. That's 10 straight points in the paint.
Now Porter. Jackson for 3. It's not going to go for him. Here's Wade. Still without a bucket. Ellis outside. Here's Bryant. And he converts the layup. And the Cavaliers lead by 1. Everyone has their opinion on the game, and some fans believe too many threes are being taken.
Well, teams are going to do what wins games. As far as the aesthetics of the game, does the league office want to make an adjustment? We'll just have to wait and see.
And the Bucks pushing it up now. Three-pointer is up. Middleton. And the rebound goes to the Cavaliers. Next game against the Bulls at United Center. That'll be their second of 3 games total on this road trip. Here's Bryant. And then Bryant with the dunk.
And plays like that one can make the difference in a close game.
And it definitely got the bench on their feet, too.
And guys, you cannot allow that in a close game. You have to make it harder than that.
And a breakdown here, guys, of the hustle stats for Cleveland.
Well, so far they've done a great job of reading the offense been repeatedly putting themselves in the right place to interrupt the play and force turnovers.
And I've also really liked how aggressive they've been in the open floor. I mean, when they see a chance to push it, they go for it.
Pass to Ellis. That three's off the mark. The Bucks trail by 3. She's got room. It's good. Only a few seconds into the shot clock. And so now a timeout called by Kenny Atkinson. He's going to gather the troops and talk it over.
And we all love to hear what goes on in those huddles. We just get the snapshots.
Well, as a coach, you want to cover just 1 or 2 major points. That way guys can absorb it and go out and execute.
And the Cavaliers making a change here. There's 48 seconds left to play in the first half of basketball. And Turner with the block.
Well, you see just how threatening Turner is. Any shot that comes within reach of him is in danger.
Ooh, took him no time at all to get that one. Turner's gotten himself going with a triple, his first basket of the game. Going inside, down low. Mobley. And count it. Now 4 for 9.
And force feeding the ball inside. I mean, no reason to go away from what's working.
Mobley with the block.
Man, Mobley is always lurking, ready to erase any shot that comes his way.
Pass to Strus. Mobley outside. Goes up at the elbow. No good. Misses at the buzzer. And the first half comes to a close in a tie game. And join us right back here after the break for the start of the second half. Second half of basketball is upon us, and we may be in for an exciting finish based on how close of a game we've seen so far. And the Defensive Player of the Year for 2025, Evan Mobley. What makes him so formidable, Greg?
Well, you know, he has a similar physical frame to Hall of Famer Kevin Garnett. Long-armed and athletic at 6'11", and the intangibles are all there as far as timing and IQ. Heady play to stop that easy layup right there. I mean, make him earn it at the line.
Milwaukee shooting their first free throws of the game now.
Yeah, the most impressive thing about Durant's career is his efficiency as a scorer. Given the amount of defensive attention he draws, it's quite impressive.
Here's Christie. Pure from three-point range. Christie's got 5 now. 6 lead changes in a game that has a lot of character.
Yeah, both sides stepping up and making big plays.
Mobley outside. Outside Harden. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Cavs will retain possession.
He was all over that pass. That's a cautionary tale.
Yeah, and you know they're tracking the tips and deflections because that tells you who's affecting the game.
And they'll turn it over. Couldn't get the shot off. A shot clock violation. And here's Milwaukee now. 2-point game. Following this game, they'll hit the road to challenge the Jazz at Delta Center in Utah. And that starts a 4-game road trip for them.
For years, Durant has spoiled us with his incredible shot-making ability.
So it's the Cavaliers now, after Milwaukee picked up a 3 with their last shot. Pass to Bosch. Can they get it? He drops it from range. He's got 5.
Well, so many bigs excel from three-point range these days, and he's right up there with the best of them.
Durant, no good. A tight game here in Milwaukee. And let's swing it over to the sideline and hear from Allie.
Well, before games, Jared Allen makes a point of fist bumping and connecting, not just with the teammates and coaches, but team staff, security, ball boys. He said it's showing everybody love. They're all a part of it. I'm getting them hyped for the game, and it gets me going too. Guys, back to you.
All about that connection. Okay, Allie, thanks a lot. And the Bucks with possession. Stan, how about Bucks coach Doc Rivers? This season has moved into 6th on the all-time wins list.
Well, B.A., an amazing accomplishment for Doc Rivers passing George Karl. And within reach now of 4th all-time if he can stay at it a little longer.
And so now a timeout called by Kenny Atkinson. And we might see some changes. Coach potentially looking to adjust. Cavaliers trail by 4. Outside Eason. Ooh, excellent D there from Turner.
Oh, this is exactly the kind of opportunity you don't want to waste.
Hardaway on the wing. There's a screen by Turner. Out to the wing. A rebound by Bosch. Here's Flag. No points so far. And he makes no mistake. Slam dunk.
You know, Flag wasn't going to let that dunk chance pass him by.
Outside Christie. Three-pointer. The Cavaliers pull it in. Here's Ellis. Sends it home from three-point land. Ellis has got 5 now. A hard-fought matchup. 7 lead changes thus far.
And these teams have been sparring from the get-go. Neither able to land the knockout blow.
Here's Jang. Here's Turner. And then Turner with the dunk.
Well, that's on the defense there. You can't allow Turner to get this close to the basket.
And now we have an intentional foul. I'm not sure why.
Yeah, bizarre play, B.A. Not sure what got into him. You don't want to stop the clock right there. I'm not quite sure what he was thinking.
Pass to Eason. Here's Wade. The 3 is up. The shot won't fall.
Well, you can tell he thinks he should have had that one. Even harder on him when he's got a good look like that and it doesn't go down.
The Cavs trailing. Here's Eason. Here he goes. Uses the glass on the layup.
And more than his raw talent, Flag's intelligence on the court made him such a coveted prospect.
Pass to Wade. This one for 3. Gets the 3 to fall.
Well, it's a three-point shooting league. Guys like him are so important for spacing.
Inside. Here's Sims. Middleton, left side. Lets the 3 fly. Now the Cavaliers with it. They're on a 13-4 run. Pass to Bosch. Here's Eason. Oh, he got it up in time, but it wouldn't fall for him. And that'll do it for the third quarter. The Cavaliers on top. Man, I know I speak for all of us when I say I can't wait to see what kind of finish awaits us here in the fourth quarter. And we've got a timeout called by Kenny Atkinson, looking to get everyone dialed in and engaged. Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with Allie LaForce.
Well, over the break, I did listen in on Kenny Atkinson's huddle. He told them, no time to celebrate. The work is not finished. We've got to stick with it and keep growing what we've got here. Words of wisdom for his squad. Back to you.
Appreciate the report, Allie. Now here's Harden. To the inside. Pass to Bosch. It's Milwaukee with a rebound.
Clean look from mid-range. Coach will probably want to run that play again.
The kick to Durant. Here's Turner. And then Turner with the dunk.
And they have a never-give-up attitude.
Yeah, and as a coach, you love having a team like this. They've got 0 quitting.
Sinks the tray.
This defense is getting spaced out. 3 of the last 5 buckets have come from way beyond the arc.
It's stolen by Ellis. To the middle. Here's Eason. Out to Mobley. Here's Bosch. Cleveland needs to get off a shot. And Cleveland another 3.
Man, they're having a hard time defending the triple. That's 3 in a row.
Here's Durant. Durant, so effective inside.
You gotta push Durant farther away than this, or he will make you pay.
Ellis outside. Pass to Harden. Mobley on a screen. And out of bounds. Milwaukee will have it. Bucks trail by 6. And Keon Ellis gets the whistle that time. That's his first foul. And Cleveland making a change here. Here's Durant. Ooh, the defense just making it easy for Durant.
Yeah, the single-minded focus of Durant on offense is all about getting buckets, no distractions.
Outside Mobley. No one near him. Turner with a rebound.
Well, if you give him that shot again, I'm willing to bet he nails it, especially with that lack of defensive effort.
Durant. Yes, sir. The smooth stroke of Kevin Durant.
Well, we talk about ice in his veins a lot, but this guy personifies that. What a clutch shot.
Buries it from outside.
Oh, can you say important bucket by Harden? James always wants the ball in these moments. Love it.
Now here's Turner. And Doc Rivers calls timeout. He wants to make sure everyone is aligned, given the situation right now. Outside Hardaway. Shot clock at 5. And that basket is good.
And that was the right decision. When you're in need of a bucket, you go to your most trusted guys.
Yeah, he got a good look, and he calmly delivered for them. That's what you like to see.
Here we go, one-on-one. Durant, automatic at the rim.
And that's big-time stuff from Durant. He loves being the guy to take important shots.
Here's Eason. Harden surveying the D. Mobley on a screen. Yes, sir! Make it in the layup.
And there is no way anybody else is taking that shot. I mean, when it's crunch time on a big possession, Harden is always going to be that guy. Whoa, that is as clutch as it gets. Big time play.
Yeah, don't you just love to see a player embrace that kind of pressure?
Yes, sir! The finish with the jam.
So mature for a first-year player. Flag knows when he needs to score.
Here's Durant. Let's loose for 3. Oh, the shot is off.
And even after airtight defense like that, you still just expect him to hit those kind of shots.
Eason outside. He launches. Oh, he jammed it.
And zero fear. Cooper Flag, the rook, born for the moment. And looking to even the score with a huge 3.
Absolutely need a 3 here.
There's the screen by Kuzma. The putback. Just in time with the putback.
A tense situation, but Kuzma just ignores the stakes and finds a bucket.
And they commit an intentional foul. We'll see another one of those, so they get into the penalty. And we've got a timeout called by Kenny Atkinson. And a great call on his part. This is the time you want to be in sync right here. And a timeout called here by Doc Rivers. Critical moment here. He's not taking any chances. How do you think this is going to play out?
You have to foul quickly to extend the game and hope it's a poor free throw shooter. But you can't get picky. You have to foul whoever gets it.
And that's an intentional foul.
Yeah, just a must-foul situation to stop the clock.
And he misses the first one. Boy, he wanted that one to go. And he does get the second one. And that'll put him up 2. Durant. And so it's the Cavaliers who come out on top. And this was an emotional win for them. No doubt about it.
Just a fantastic accomplishment.